What's up, everybody? I am Deb.
And I am T. Marie.
And we are here with another episode of Slight Work. What's up, y'all? So, today we're going to be talking about how to keep the fire.
How to keep the fire going.
How to keep that fire going. Not in your relationship, well, yeah. Your relationship with your business. As an entrepreneur. You know, it's so easy to lose that fire sometimes.
Absolutely. And I think when you first start, you feel the fire the most. And if you don't keep going at it and keep trying to relight it like a relationship, keep working at it, it's very easy to get distracted by the losses and, you know, those times where you're spending just working and isolation and just kind of lose that spark that you once had. So I'm excited for this episode. I'm ready for us to get into it and give them some help, some details, and how we kind of help keep our fire lit in our business.
Yes. It's definitely important. I mean, when you lose that fire, you're not thinking straight at the time. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking you're just losing something to do, but you forget about all of the time that you've spent, all the money that you put into your business. Like, you forget all about that until, you know, time passes and you're like, dang, I spent all that time, all of that money, all of that this, that.
Right. And so I think that's important. Like, what does it look like when you start to lose that fire? And I think for me, it looks like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. And even though the results may be the same, you know how you want more, but you're still doing the same thing over and over again. And it's like, why am I doing this? And it's because you're just so into that habit of doing those same things that you don't even think maybe I should be trying something different. And I think it's because, you know, you just kind of get stuck in a rut sometimes of doing those same things over and over again.
And you have to do things to kind of break up the monotony. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing the same thing over. Like you said, doing the same thing over. How do you change it up? How do you keep that, turn that flicker into a flame again?
I think you have to find what you love best about your business, because for me, I think it's getting outside of my business and maybe going to classes. I love to learn. I love to like put myself out there and things that kind of might seem scary to me because I am an introvert. Going to classes, smaller classes where I'm not going to have to speak up or engage with other people because it's kind of scary. It makes me want to go in there being my best self. So I think that's one of the things that I try and do is at least, you know, once a month try and take a class or a workshop or something that makes me get out there and mix and mingle with other people. And you ain't even got to be in the same industry as me. As long as you got some type of motivation lit up under you, some type of fire and passion, and we spark up a conversation, I think that helps me more than anything. What about you, friend? Like, what kind of things do you do to make sure, you know, you're staying engaged in your business? I feel like you like, girl, shut the fuck up.
Oh, man. So, things that I do, I 100% agree with what you said. Like, what you can do to keep that fire going is to make sure you're doing the part that you like the most. You know what I'm saying? That's like the dessert after the supper. You know what I'm saying? So just keep having that dessert. My favorite part, you know, in my business, and let's say in Slight Work, my favorite part about it is this. I love doing this part. But when it comes to the editing, when it comes to, you know, getting ideas together, getting people together, because getting people together is a huge part of it, and it could be a huge headache. But once everything is together, like once we're sitting here in front of these lights and we're recording, I love this part. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I feel like once we get to this part, I'm always like a little bit nervous. Even though it's just me and you, I still feel like I got 100 eyes on me. So I'm always like just a little bit nervous, and it takes me a while to get warmed up. But I feel like once I'm going and we're in it, then I'm like, I'm so happy to be doing this again. I totally agree.
So that's my dessert, is what I'm going to call it. That's my dessert.
I like that. Little cherry on top.
Little cherry.
Vanilla ice cream.
Right. You know, I like a little ice cream cone every once in a while.
Okay. So what's one of the things that you don't, like editing? Is that one of the things that kind of, if you get into it too much, you start kind of second guessing? Or what's something that in the business that makes you kind of be like, man, like I wish I can give this to somebody else?
Editing.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, the editing part, it has its ups and it has its downs. The ups are you being able to present yourself in the way that you want the world to see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Taking things out that you may not want in there. You know, you might have a side of yourself you don't want anybody to see. But then, like, the downs are, I'm not an editor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I run into an issue with volume control or lighting or something like that, I get so frustrated to where it's kind of like you're stressed out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're learning, but that's another thing about when it's your business. You gonna learn how to edit.
You ain't got a choice.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So although I'm not an editor, I mean, you feel me on this too. You know what I'm saying? We both edit, y'all. So, and but although you're not an editor, you become an editor.
You become an editor, and you're forced to find things that you actually like doing about editing, because otherwise,
exactly,
it would drive you crazy. Especially when we first started, I remember that weekend being so stressed out. Like,
God.
what are we gonna do? Because I can't keep doing it.
It's so long. I'm so angry.
I can't do this no more. I was straight up ready to be like, let's just pay somebody hundreds of dollars to do each video because I can't do it. But once you get ready to put that credit card out,
you be like, wait a minute,
never
now.
mind.
So you say how much per hour?
Right. So.
And what we get with that? You know what I'm saying? You mess around and get somebody, take the cheap route out trying to get somebody to edit your stuff. You mess around, just one of us be in the shop.
Okay, so then a downside.
Right, okay. You know what I'm saying? What are some personal experiences that you may have had when you have lost the fire?
Oh, man. I think for me, making big mistakes in my business definitely contributed to me losing the fire, just because I feel like I kind of settled in that mistake way longer than I should have. You know, when you kind of dwell on something, you keep thinking like, why did I do it? Why did I do it? Why did I do it? It's kind of hard to remember that you have so much other stuff going for your business, or, you know, that it just might be a bump in the road, and you kind of take it as a sign that maybe I shouldn't be doing this no more. And you kind of talk yourself out of so many other things that I feel like those losses to me kind of came on so strong all at once that it made me kind of want to give up a little bit. So I mean, to be truthfully honest with you, it made me remember that maybe this isn't my calling. And I'm not talking about slide work, y'all, so
you better not be talking about slide work. I've been wasting my goddamn time sitting up here.
So yeah, with my hair company, that's what it was. It made me remember, like, this ain't really worth it to me.
Although it may not be your calling, God gives us all gifts. You know what I'm saying? And we are allowed to use those gifts until we're able to do what we feel as if we were called to do full time and head on. You just blessed with gifts. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are more blessed than the other, you know, with multiple gifts. And you are. Here was definitely one of them. And sometimes you got to use those gifts to get to where you're trying to go, because you don't have to struggle to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? We hear so many stories about us struggling to get to the top. And some of us just don't have to struggle to get to the top. You know, somebody like me, I might have to struggle a little bit to get to the top. You know, sleep my way to the top. I'm just playing.
He talking about personal experience.
I'm just playing. Cut the camera.
No, but like you said, though, I honestly do feel like it was a stepping stone to something else. Because if I hadn't had that entrepreneurial experience, I wouldn't be able to sit here on Slide Work and talk so freely about my experiences. So I do take it as a learning lesson, and it's why I'm so honest about it. Because I see no shame in saying that, you know, I failed, because I failed while making, it wasn't like I failed while going broke. Like, no, I literally failed while making the most money in my business. Yeah. And it was a personal decision that I felt like I had to make, and I'm proud that I made it. So, I think those flickers or flames that come with your business, I think that's when your brain or God or the universe or whatever you believe in is telling you to take heed to something. So you can either take heed and learn and go one direction, you can go another direction, and I just so happen to go this direction. So
that's why I'm so pushy with your hair company, because you were like at the height. And I was just like, no. And then I would call and get all of my entrepreneurial advice from you. So, like, girl, how you gonna stop? But yeah, I mean, so maybe you letting that go helped. Like you said, it helped make a flicker into a flame with something else.
Yeah, and
so
I'm
you
more
can look
confident.
at it that way. Yeah,
I'm way more confident in starting something else. But
yeah.
As far as your business is concerned, what would you say has been the most detrimental to your flicker or your flame?
You know what? I think about this quite often. With real estate, something that tears me down with real estate is when I see people around me knowing how much it means to me and how hard I work at it. Maybe you know what? That's another thing too, though. The people around me may not know how hard I work at it, because I'm not even gonna lie, I be making that real estate thing look easy.
You do, Frank. You do.
Half the time, people don't even think I'm working. I'm like, actually, I'm working a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You even do that
real
estate stuff.
Because I don't even promote it anymore. And I'll tell you, the reason why I stopped promoting real estate on my social media is because I would get so many people acting as if they're looking for something, and then they would just be trying to push up on you.
Okay.
And that was so annoying. That happened to me for years, to the point I just stopped. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And luckily, from the graces of God, all of my real estate business is from a referral. And no, I don't go all the way hard with real estate like I should, because this is just one of my gifts to get me to where I'm trying to go. So, I mean, I guess it could be kind of contradicting, because the people around you, they see that it's not your passion or anything like that. So they're like, oh, I don't need to help him with this, or I don't know, but I'm trying to look at I
don't know. It's still your livelihood.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
If you haven't expressed the fact that it's not something that you may not be doing 50 years from now, then who are they to tell you that you're not working hard enough? We don't see what they're doing every day in their daily lives either. So
exactly,
but we're still going to show up and support when they ask or when they need, or even when they just throw out a little post out there. If it's something I can attend, I'm going to go to without you even having to ask. So I don't think that's a good enough excuse for your friends to not, or friends, family, whomever,
everybody,
to not support you.
Yeah, I mean, because and another thing in real estate too is a lot of people don't feel like you'll know all of their financial business. So I always tell people, look, I don't know your financial business. I don't really care to know it. I'm just here to help you in the area that I'm here to help you in. Make sure you're happy with my services, and I go on about my business. You know what I'm saying? But that has been that's actually been the biggest thing for me. It hadn't just been one person, it hadn't just been two people or three. The list can go on. But that right there, because you think about if the people that are around you and they see you grinding, whether they see you grinding or not, they know that you got a job.
Right.
They know something paying your bills. Right. You know what I'm saying? Something's paying for the trips you go on, the clothes that you wear, the lifestyle that you live. And I know they don't think that it's just falling out of the trees and out of the sky. So that has been the biggest thing for me, is the fact that people around me don't even support one of my gifts. And so it had messed with me for a long time mentally, gosh, if the people who love me the most don't believe in me, then maybe I'm not doing something right, or maybe this isn't what I should be doing, or maybe I should just stop doing it. And that helps dim my light. And so that has been the biggest thing for me, honestly.
I feel you, and especially for me with the whole hair things. I have plenty of girlfriends, and I think I just got to the point where I realized I didn't want their support. I don't want not that I don't want your support, but I don't want your charity.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing
Yeah.
it simply because you're like, oh, let me go ahead and because I don't want to hear her mouth, then I don't want it. Like,
Exactly.
go ahead and spend your money somewhere else because let me go ahead and focus my energy on places or with people that come to me freely. And so, I don't know, like I completely understand where you're coming from with the whole friends and family not supporting thing. I think I was bitter about it too, and then eventually it was just like, I don't even give a F no more. Like, if y'all don't want to support me, then F y'all. Let
No,
me go
say it.
somewhere.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck all y'all.
Oh, God. Oh, my
Fuck
gosh.
it. No, but for real, it just got to the point where it was like I can't sit here and be begging my own friends and family to. And honestly, they end up being the worst customers.
Anyway.
Yeah, they end up being the worst ones. Like, from experience, because number
You are
one,
so right.
they're gonna ask you a million questions because they don't believe in your quality.
Exactly.
They gonna fake test you with stuff that they wouldn't ask their other realtor, and they gonna be they just gonna be a pest to the point where it's like, why did I even let this person come up under me?
Yeah, because my clients trust me. Like, it'd be so funny. Like, I talk to my clients like my friends. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes them feel so comfortable.
Right.
And I know that it could be a bit contradicting that I say I don't promote my real estate online and things like that. But all of the things that we talk about in Slight Work says like the total opposite. But that's just the way that I conduct my business. And it works for me.
Yeah, and there's plenty of businesses that are not on Instagram and do perfectly fine. So
Yeah.
I don't think anyone should look at someone's Instagram and be like, oh, they're not going hard enough.
Right.
Because Instagram is just a very small piece of any and everyone's, or most people's businesses. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people make a great living off of Instagram, but for a lot of people, Instagram is just like the icing on the cake, like what they do extra. And I hate Instagram, so
I'm starting to hate it, honestly. I'm like, Jesus.
I don't even know why I feel the need to have one, but because we're a podcast, it's such a big social aspect of the business that I feel like is necessary. But if I had any other business, honestly, it would be the last thing I think about is Instagram.
Yeah. And you actually taught me that. And a couple of our guests on Slight Work actually taught me that too. Ty is actually one of them, how he had mentioned about his Instagram and social medias and how don't go patting people on the back saying, oh, keep up the good work when they are probably actually much higher in the food chain than you are.
Right.
Let's talk about some things that you can do to keep that fire. I want to start on this one. I think that with this, let's say with Slight Work, I'm able to call you and complain and not complain to a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? Who mentioned that in one of our shows too? Kiani. She said that she had gotten tired of going to work and complaining to all of her coworkers and bringing their day down when this is probably something that they really love to do. So just because we friends, we real friends in real life. So I'm able to call you and be like, and you might tell me, boy, suck it up.
Right.
Or it might be a day you might be like, I feel you, friend. But at the end of the day, we still get our behinds up. And we do this because we love it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many pieces to it. So I think that a piece that helps as an entrepreneur to keep that fire is to have a buddy, a business buddy. There you go, or a good friend. You know what I'm saying? It really helps because I can be her second leg when she don't feel like she don't have it, and vice versa.
Absolutely, and I think it brings an element. Not that I think competition and friends should be like a necessity, but I think it does bring a certain element of competition to where you want to go harder the next time. Like when you were making your videos or Instagram promo, I was like,
that is fun.
Okay, let me go ahead and make sure mine is on point next week. And so I think it just kind of makes you be like, all right, I see what he doing and he growing because the first video he put out didn't look like that.
Right. Yeah,
but now he's coming up a little bit, so I gotta bring it. So I think I love that aspect about it. It makes me grow even more than what I would have if I was doing it on my own. Like, you know, it's a certain amount of accountability when you know somebody else is like not even all the
Yes.
Instagram followers and all of that, but just knowing you gonna be looking at it and being like, what this bitch trying to do?
Yeah.
Like,
And like you said, accountability. It is a certain amount of accountability that you're like, okay, if this person is doing that, I need to get off of my butt and do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if I cook, you're gonna wash the dishes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right, yeah.
So I love having a partner in
I do
business,
too.
and
I
this
really
is
do.
the first time that I have had that. So I love that part about it. What about people who don't have a partner in business?
I think you just got to get out there and find one. Like even if it's just a friend that truly believes in your vision and who you can call on and lean on, who may not have a business but knows like, look, when she feeling this way, I need to give her this, or when she feeling that way, I need to talk to her about this, or let me go over here and help her pack these orders.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a friend that's willing to be in your corner regardless of what they have going on, and you be in their corner. I think a very big part of it is showing people how to treat you and your business by you treating them back. Like if you're constantly, you know, if they constantly seeing you putting your business to the side, then they're not going to have a problem with being like, well,
Exactly.
let's go do this thing, what you care for, because you know.
Right.
But if you're going hard and they like, well, shoot, I think people want to latch on to that. So
Yeah.
I think you got to show people how to help you in your progress as a business owner.
And you'd be surprised. Everybody want to be a part of something.
Absolutely, yeah.
Everybody want to be a part of something. Like sometimes you become a part of something that's not so great, but you just wanted to be a part of something. You know, everybody want that sense of family and togetherness.
I think Kenny said that too.
Really?
Yeah, Kenny said that. He said you'd be surprised when he was talking about getting sponsors for his NFL event or Super Bowl event. He was like, you'd be surprised at how many people really want to get behind your event without, you know, when you're scared to go and ask for people, don't be afraid, because I guarantee you they want to be a part of it more times than not.
Wow. And I mentioned a guy to you who I'm hoping that's going to be on our podcast for next season. Miguel, he has a wine rack company that he started, and in the beginning he does very well. It's like a expensive wine rack company. I mean, wine racks coming all out the sky and ceiling and everything. It's crazy.
Right.
But he's very successful in it. And I remember when he kind of started it, he was mentioning to me how he does everything himself. And he was like everything from promo to actually building the wine racks, everything. And so I ran into Miguel recently and I was like, how's everything going? And he said, I'm going to have to get somebody to help me. I said, what? He was like, yeah, I'm looking for someone to help me. He was like, you know, I just need somebody. And this is somebody who has already become so successful in everything with what he's doing in his business. But he's just like, I need a partner.
Right.
He said, and he mentioned himself, you know, so that he don't lose that fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that it's become too much work, which can help you lose that fire.
And I was gonna say that, like, you know, when it's just you, there's so much falling on you that you can't take a sick break, you can't take a vacation, you can't do anything outside of work. And so it's almost like you have to have a partner in some sense. Like, I don't care what capacity they're there for, you almost have to have somebody there. Like, what do you do if you get into a car accident? Your business, like,
your business
anything.
stalls. Yeah. So that's important. It's so many different things, so many different ways that you can lose that fire. So many different ways you can keep that fire going. I'd like to hear from y'all. Like, help us out. Help us help you, or help us help them. You know what I'm saying? Tell us, what are some things that could help for you to not lose that fire as a business owner? Drop your comments below.
Right. Tell us some of the things that you've done that help relight the fire. Maybe you weren't even expecting it to relight the fire, but you did it. And you were like, hold on, wait. Let me go even harder now. So let us know some of those things that you guys have done to help you keep you motivated in your business and help keep you going. We love to hear from y'all.
All right. So on this part of the show, I really like this part.
Yeah, I do too.
This is some
it's funny.
fun facts. Fun facts about entrepreneurs, business that they may have started, celebrity entrepreneurs that people may not know about. You know, people do things behind the scenes.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People
And
out
so
here
this
making
is
this
our-
guap. You know what I'm
And this
saying?
is where you find out, you know, some stuff you may not have known about entrepreneurs.
Right, your
and
favorite
everything.
celebrities. Come on. You want me to start?
Yeah, because honestly, I didn't follow their directions.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I'm sorry, I just realized it.
Oh my gosh.
But we gonna roll with it.
We're gonna roll with it. Let's do it. So, all right, who created a line of cannabis infused body products and edibles specifically made for women going through their monthly cycle to ease the discomfort? Do you have A, Whoopi Goldberg, B, Angela Bassett, C, Rihanna, D, Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah.
And it's Whoopi Goldberg.
I knew it was gonna be Whoopi. I knew
Yes,
it.
in 2016, Whoopi Goldberg started this product because she just wanted to help women get through their monthly cycle. And she has bath soaks, she has edibles, she got body scrubs. That's pretty cool. You need to get some of that, T.
How you know? I
mean, you a woman.
You don't know what I got going
I
on.
mean, hey, you know what?
You know, I'm tired of y'all men.
Hey,
Maybe
right.
y'all can tell us what we need.
Well, you be coming to the show sometime real angry like, and I'm like, this isn't like her.
So it must be her period. I couldn't just have a bad day.
Hey, I don't know.
Okay, so mine, like I said, I didn't follow directions. But we gonna roll
Terrible.
with it. It has nothing to do with celebrities or anything. But it is a number that I want you to guess. So Black business owners account for what percentage of US businesses? Is it, you want me to give you?
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay.
I already know it though.
What is it? A, 15%, B, 25%, C, 5%, D, 10%.
I'm gonna go with 15.
And it's 10%.
I thought it was 13 actually, but you didn't say that. So, yeah.
No, it's 10%. And so Black companies also make up about 30% of all minority-owned businesses. So out of minority-owned businesses, we make up about 30%.
30%. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
And so that accounts for about 2 million companies owned by African Americans in the U.S.
All right. Well, everybody, we enjoyed this time. I hope that you enjoyed it too. But we want y'all to comment below. We want y'all to engage in conversation with us. Do that. We want to hear from you.
Do that, yeah. Let us know. Let us know, you know, y'all's experience as a business owner as far as losing the spark, staying motivated, feeling demotivated, like what y'all do, what y'all don't do, you know, all the tea. Let us know. We'll definitely be looking out for you guys' comments.
All right. I'm Dab.
And I am T. Marie.
And you were tuned into Slight Work.
Light work, baby. We love y'all. Come on, family.
Oh, yeah.